The first thing I want to say is that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you've had to live in a world where you're cleaning up everyone else's messes. When I was 11 years old, I loved Dr. Phil. I'll never forget Dr. Phil said, children pay for their parents' mistakes. And that is just so true. So, for a lot of us, we are stuck with a mess we didn't make when we have absent or unloving parents. But I also want to remind you that you are not a victim. I like to think of life like a video game. Sometimes you spawn in a place that's not so favorable. Sometimes you spawn right by the treasure chest. You have everything you need. Maybe you even spawn in a castle, in a town, in a village. Maybe you spawn on the outskirts of town. You have to forage and hunt and survive. Life isn't fair, but the tools are available if you want them. And it's all about wanting better, regardless of what you've been through, where you've come from. Hi, everyone. My name is Destiny, and I want to talk about something that has affected a lot of people: absent or unloving, unsupportive parents. I want to share how having a absent, drug addicted mother and a unloving alcoholic father has shaped my life, my nervous system, and most importantly, the steps I've taken to heal from all of that pain and trauma. My parents were never married. Growing up, I felt like my dad never liked me. And he would show signs of trying sometimes. He taught me how to play tennis. He did things to instill a better life in me and for me to want more for myself and integrity. But that was always short lived. My mom has been putting her own needs and wants before her children's from the moment that I can remember. Me and my brothers, we have experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse and pain because of that. If you grow up in a house without love or support, that can really have a negative effect on a child's development. Our nervous systems are highly sensitive to our environment, especially in childhood. That's when we're the most vulnerable. When a child experiences neglect or abuse, their body is in a constant state of high alert. It's a condition often referred to as toxic stress. Over time, this state of chronic stress can lead to physical and mental illnesses. The brain develops in response to experiences. Traumatic experiences can hinder the development of critical areas, which is responsible for decision making and regulation, self regulation. The amygdala, which processes emotions, can become overactive. The amygdala also processes fear. So, this can lead to an individual not being able to regulate their emotions and their fear and their stress. So, people who grow up in these environments, they often face increased risk of anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. They also may be more prone to chronic health issues like autoimmune diseases and heart diseases. For me, having a mother that was addicted to drugs and a father that was a violent alcoholic meant that my home was never a safe space. I was constantly on edge when I lived with my dad. My hypervigilance took a toll on my health, resulting in chronic anxiety and trust issues. And these things definitely followed me and a lot of you guys into our adulthood. Healing from such deep rooted trauma, it's a journey. It requires patience first, support, and dedication. And let's be real, when we live in a life where we can't depend on our parents, that hurts deeply. And people can say, get over it, you'll get over it, you just gotta be strong. These are deep rooted wounds. We are born into this world needing our caregivers. We need them. So when we don't have something we need, we really suffer. And like I said, no, we're not victims, but it's okay to cry. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to want things to be different. It's okay to be angry. You have to feel your feelings to get through to the other side. And a little personal tidbit about me. Right now, my mom is dealing with the consequences of her actions, and she's wanting me to save her. And for a long time, I let my empathy outweigh my boundaries, but I'm no longer doing that. And it does hurt because I love my mom. I truly love my mom and I want to see her succeed, but I cannot want it more than she does. I think that loving an addict is, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's extremely hard. And with my dad was a functioning alcoholic. You would never know. But every single relationship that he got in, and he tried to put his hands on that woman left. And I want to give a big shout out to my stepmom, who was in my life for a short amount of time and raised me. She was an amazing woman. And I still talk to her to this day. And it was a good thing for me to see these women walk away. I lost respect for my dad at a young age, and he did not like that. When I was 19 years old, my grandmother actually told me my dad gave my mom money to abort me. And my mom went out and bought a crib. So it made sense. Everything clicked from that moment. My dad never wanted me, but here I am. And I think it's really funny now that my birthday will always land on Father's Day, at least every few years. The first avenue of healing is seeking support through therapy or any other professional support. Therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapies. Right, that word is hard for me to say. I don't know why. EMDR, I'm not even going to try to say it. It's very important to remember healing looks different on everyone. Everyone's journey is not going to be the same. And it really takes time. I have good days, I have bad days, I have days I cry, and I have days where I laugh and I look back and I'm just like, wow, that's gonna be a really good chapter of my book that I'm gonna write one day. But each little step you take, you're moving towards a happier and healthier life, no matter how teeny tiny it is. So, thank you for watching and taking the time to listen to my story. If you or someone you know is dealing with the effects of trauma, please reach out for help. You are not alone. I'm sending you so much love.